Hello everyone, my name is Andy, and welcome to episode 10 of my Forever Hardcore World. And it's been quite a few days. Actually, I think it's been a few weeks since I last played, so don't really remember what we were doing. Um, hmm. I think we were continuing clearing out the area. I do have some deep slates. Hmm. I think we finished or like built the bridge. Not really finished. Gotta figure out the details for it, but there's that I remember doing. I think we're um it's kind of debating if we should like build, but I mean I do gotta layer this all out anyway, so probably not build. We still got quite a lot of trees we have to get rid of as well. And also the new update is out as well. I don't actually remember what it's called. It's with the baby animals and whatnot. Hmm. Probably don't need the shield equipped actually. I guess we can start layering this. I mean, I would, I guess, prefer getting more trees cut. So that way I actually have, can start figuring out where I want things. Hmm. You got 56 torches. That's not really going to be a whole lot, I don't think. Mm. I do also got to figure out the whole lighting situation for each of the empires, since definitely don't want torches everywhere. But I think that'll be sometime in the future, at least when we actually start building and getting the villagers in, which hopefully will be soon, but who knows. Oh, my settings are. Oh, it's the blocks. Okay. I don't think I had my settings like this, did I? I don't actually remember. Hmm. I think it changed my volume, my sound. Yeah, it's still quiet. Okay, there we go. Kind of forgot that that can happen. probably can turn it up just a bit more. Maybe just have everything around 50%. I actually don't need that on. There we go, maybe that'll work. And I'll probably be adjusting it for the entire video. But yeah, so of course now there's the new update that came out, so there's the new biome, which I don't know if I'm really gonna do anything with the new biome. At least in terms of like making empires and kingdoms and whatnot. I mean, I guess the blocks would be cool. And maybe we could try recreating the biome, maybe like a smaller version of it than like one of the underground empires. I really don't know though. I mean, I will admit I'm a bit disappointed with the new biome. And, well, I guess the baby animals are adorable, I guess. I mean, some of them look a bit weird, and I prefer the original. Um, I mean, I would have really hoped for uh there was like an actual end update. I would have preferred that rather than a new cave biome. And also, I'm a bit more disappointed about like the way that it works. You know, like you would think you could do way more with sulfur, like an actual. I thought, well, okay, so I thought when I first saw the trailer and like the whole Minecraft Live, I honestly thought that when killing the sulfur cubes, I think that's what they're called. I'm just gonna end up calling them sulfur slime because, well, they look like slime to me. Well, different slime versions. Even though I guess I can just still call them what they are, I guess. But anyway, like, I expected, to get sulfur if you killed the slime. I mean, I'm glad they still have the function of the slime and the magma cream, or magma cube. But, just a bit disappointed, I guess. Since I would think you would get sulfur, or I guess sulfur balls. I don't know, that kind of actually sounds a bit weird saying that. From the drops from killing the slime. But apparently that's not actually what they decided to do for the sulfur slime. Or sulfur cube. I forget you make that noise. I don't like that dog noise. I miss the old dog noise. Please be nighttime so I could sleep. Please. Thank you. But I mean, yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed that there's just so little. And also because, you would think you would get sulfur from killing the sulfur cubes and whatnot. Or like get like sulfur ore. Just like something else. A new ore type. And also, I didn't really like the red and the yellow together. I don't know, something about it just didn't really seem right. At least with the way the blocks were. I mean, I'm glad we finally have like a red stone type, if you can call it a stone type. Well, yeah, because, deep slate and cobblestone, or I guess stone. Well, no, because there's also like tough and whatnot as well. But I do like that we have like a another red block, I guess. I don't really like the yellow blocks. I don't know why. Something about them is just. I don't know if it's like when I saw both the red and yellow together, if maybe that's the reason why. But something about the sulfur blocks just made it a bit weird. It's like that unsettling feeling. But I am glad that they actually went out and at least with the farm animals, went out and actually recorded the actual animal sounds. I thought that was really cool. Even though I guess I will miss the old animal sounds. If they do get rid of the animal sounds, well, actually the update already came out, but I don't know if they actually got rid of the old sounds or not. But I mean, honestly, the update is pretty small. At least I think it's pretty small. Actually gonna turn the music just a bit down for right now. Well, I don't like seeing that. There's always gonna be pillagers. Well, actually in the Minecraft Zoo series, there's literally always pillagers. Like every single episode, so I've been spared, hopefully, well, up until now, I guess. Actually, I think I've seen a few, though, in my previous videos. But not as frequent as, the, Zoo series. But yeah, so I think with the new biome, I'll figure something out for it. I mean, it's just gonna be like, I think for... Well, no, actually, I think I wanted the Lush Cave to be like a special. Because it's like, I think it's... I don't actually remember, and I decided not to look at my list that I have going for the series. But it's free empires, free underground empires. Which one is the ancient city or deep dark? Well, technically not the deep dark because it's gonna be I guess a restored version of the deep dark, or like it's gonna be a deep dark city, but it's not actually gonna be like where the warden spawns. So. Since that's a bit risky for me being on a hardcore. Rather not take the risk. And then there's the one with like the trout chamber. Well, that's just gonna be like the Dwarven Copper Empire. Machine tech. So maybe I could, I mean... trying to think. Maybe I could incorporate... It would depend with the block palette that I plan on using. But perhaps with the Dwarven Copper Empire, I can use some of the blocks from the sulfur caves. I think that's what they're called. I don't have an actual chest for dirt. I really need to organize these chests. Well, they're kind of organized, but not really. I'll just do this for right now. Take all... Actually, I'll keep that. There, I guess. But I guess I can incorporate the... At least the blocks. And maybe like... I forgot what they're called. I don't think they're called the sulfur geysers. Even though I guess that's what I'm gonna call them. Just like the little pools with like the steam or effect coming out of them. I guess I can recreate that. Oh, a squid died. It's quite sad. But I guess that's something I can do for that biome. Is incorporate it into the Copper Empire, I guess. I don't know, I think we would have to try and find one first. The sulfur caves first. And actually examine it. Before actually deciding. But I guess that's something we can think about though. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this layer anyway. I don't need to place torches. Well, as long as I get to the bed and sleep before mobs spawn, that is. Key. I should probably also harvest the crops as well. I guess the good thing, well, at least for me, out of the update, is that we can actually have the baby animals be baby animals instead of them just instantly being grown up. I mean, I think that's actually cool. Even though that's, as far as for me, that's like basically the only um good thing, I guess. If I'm not gonna lie about that. Which it's kind of sad to say, I mean, some of the baby animals I liked, some of them I didn't, especially the baby rabbit or bunny, because the head was big. At least when me and my friend were watching the Minecraft live. And the first thought in my head when I saw the baby bunny was, imagine it being the white bunny, the killer bunny. Not actual killer bunny, but the white bunny. It was a bit creepy with its head being big. But I don't know, it wasn't like a really big update in my opinion. So there really wasn't a whole lot that actually I was interested in. Which is kind of a bit sad thinking about it. I mean, yeah, we get another biome while still waiting for the end update that will probably never come. And I'm not really too sure about the sulfur cubes. I'm kind of iffy on them. don't really have too much to say about them. Actually, I think I'll just make this. Nah, keep the dirt. I was like, I'll just take this stuff up here, put it somewhere else, and I might just make that an entire dirt chest though. Anyway, because you're gonna have quite a lot of dirt. Oh, I guess I would have preferred if like we could actually, you know, do more with the sulfur. Like it actually being maybe not an ore, I guess, but like, well, I guess it kind of would be an ore, wouldn't it? Or like, I guess it could be like gunpowder. But it is kind of a bit disappointing that you don't really, um, there really isn't a use for it. Which for me is a bit disappointing, I will say. Even though, what would you actually use sulfur for? Kind of got to think about that as well. Oh, there's 4 of you. And one of you has a enchanted crossbow. Well, glad you guys are oh wait, that's 5, not 4. I didn't see the other one until I moved. That's a bit excessive. You know what? You guys, I'm not gonna cut down the trees over here. I was thinking, you know, doing a little clearing some trees, but nah, I'll stay far away from you. Well, not really, but away from their range, cuz that is yeah, very concerning. I don't even have my shield on either. And just seeing them all there is a bit terrifying, to say the least. I think I'm gonna keep it like 1 off the ground, or 1 layer off of the sea level. I mean, eventually we'll have like more layers on top, have like a few houses or buildings on hills or whatnot. But I think for the main layer, um, it'll be 1 off the sea level. Let me sleep, please. Pretty please, let me sleep. And I really don't like how long it takes. Like, I know I have to wait for the sun to, like, go all the way down, but it's like I don't want mobs to spawn and murder me. I think for, like, the buildings near the water, I think they're either gonna be, like, buildings for, like, storage, for, like, trading, and, as well as houses for, like, the fishermen. Even though this water may not be, deep and wide enough for, like, actual ships that we'll eventually build, we could have, like, small little boats and whatnot to sort of display that there's, like, trading going on, not just land trading, but also waterway. I mean, I guess over here, I mean, I would have to, get more of a view, except some of this part is, like, not that deep. I mean, over right there is steep, but not all of this is steep. But could have, like, smaller boats, though. And then have, like, the regular boats with the chests on them. For a boat trade or water trade, I guess. And then only, like, the actual boats, vanilla Minecraft boats, can go under that bridge. Which is fine. I don't feel like trying to make my own river that's big enough right now. Eventually I could try, but I don't think for at least this one, I think I would just leave a be. Okay, need more sticks. There we go. I also need to put like a barrier around that so I don't accidentally fall in. I mean, so far I've been lucky, but I feel like my luck going forward may not be the best. Because, I mean, there's at some point gonna be a chance where I'll end up falling down there. Of course, I hope that doesn't actually happen, but there is still um, a chance that it could happen though, regardless. But yeah, I think along the water, I mean, we're not gonna have like, a whole bunch of fisherman houses or like fishing shops and docks and all that sort, but I think having a few quite distanced apart, and also maybe just have like, houses there, maybe. Except I wonder how that's gonna work. Because I do want to have like some sort of wall for each kingdom, or empire, and I guess also kingdom, just surrounding it. So I'm not too sure about the whole plan for like docks and houses for the fishermen and like the shops, as well as I guess the storage docks or storage houses by the water. But I mean, that's a future problem to worry about though. When we actually start, I guess, working on the wall, or maybe when we actually start building near the water. I don't know. We'll have to decide as we go along to worry about that. Oh, I have stone pickaxes in my inventory. Okay. It's like probably gonna need more than one for the stone. Gotta mine up. Think after I get all this filled in with uh dirt, I'm gonna cut down some trees. Actually, I think I'm gonna harvest the crops and then cut down the trees. I think that's what I'm gonna do. at least we'll have a lot of cobblestone. For like, I guess stone tools. And some other things. Even though I think we have quite a bit of cobblestone. Or at least we should have quite a bit. I should probably check though. But I mean, having more shouldn't hurt. Is that all we have? Alright, that's because we have like, had like little patches of like, we had like the mine shaft and a few little gaps we had to fill in, so that's why we don't have as much as I thought we did. But hey, at least we're getting more, which don't really need a whole lot, but who knows. I am kind of thinking of changing the idea. Instead of using deep slate, I was thinking maybe just doing stone brick and the mossy stone brick instead. I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make more mossy uh cobblestone. I mean, I could go around, collecting all the mossy cobblestone. But I think trying to make it is also good. And sort of incorporating or like having the blocks be like spruce, stone brick, and stone or mossy stone brick as well. Since I realized it might be a bit too much doing deep slate. Still haven't fully decided yet. Because, I mean, I was originally going to use the mossy cobblestone for, like, the jungle. But I think for the jungle, it's mainly gonna be, like, tree houses, basically. For majority of the buildings. Well, houses, and I guess majority of the buildings are gonna be like in the trees. But I mean, there'll be buildings on the ground, just not that many. So that's why I'm kind of like debating now. I mean, what I can also do is maybe towards like the center, or I guess, yeah, I guess the center. Trying to think of another word for it though. Hmm. I was gonna say like where the rich and the nobles, royals live. But I think it's just gonna be the center is what I'm actually gonna refer it to. Where we can use deep slate instead. So like we'll use deep slate, you know, for like the bridge, since we already added some to the bridge. But like the center will be like deep slate. And then on the outskirts it'll be the stone brick and mossy stone brick. I think I'll have the wall. I haven't decided exactly what I want the wall to be made out of. I mean, it'll probably be a combination of like spruce and deep slate though. I think. Probably will change my mind, but that's kind of what I'm thinking for right now. At least for the time being. Oh, I actually do have moss blocks, so actually, there we go. We can make um, I guess infinite mossy stone brick. Which is good to know. And we have this part done. Still got that over there. Have to clear these trees out. Um, maybe add some more dirt over here. Also gotta figure out the little patches of sand and gravel. Well, mainly sand. No, just gotta place a bajillion torches. Because I do not want mobs to spawn. Oh, you guys are still here. Hmm. Thought they would have despawned by now. But I guess not really that far away from my base for them to despawn, I guess. also get rid of all this. I'll eventually grow some dirt or grow grass and the ferns, but for right now I want a clean slate. Just for the time being. And actually, I guess because the pillagers are still over there, I won't actually cut down trees. Because I was planning on cutting these trees over here, but because the villagers are still over there, I won't. $30 sweet berries. Stuck in 18 weeks. Not bad. I mean, eventually we'll be getting way more wheat and seeds. And 39 sugarcane. And well, that will be it for episode 10 of my Hardcore Forever World. So hope you guys have a good day or night. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.